My niece, Anisah Ali, who I've known for her whole life. I taught her in the 8th grade. I didn't know that she would be a writer. I'm really giddy about the fact that she's a writer. She had a book come out very recently, which you should pick up. It's called Anonymous. I am in the awe of and in the celebration of her willingness to be honest, to confront generational trauma, to have been born into a context, an intensely patriarchal context, and to be so resilient and to carve out her own world in her own way and in her own handwriting. Anisah Ali.
Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. I fell in love with a boy with a smile so wide it looked as if his face would crack open. A boy whose heart was as big as the universe. I thought it burst out into particles of stardust, and I'd attempt to catch every bit and remap his constellations. I fell in love with him in all his boyhood innocence and manly charm, and I fell in love with the way he protected me. Because as a black man, they say, you're supposed to protect your queen. I wonder if he ever asked, yes, but who's supposed to protect me? And I fell in love with him. I fell in love with a boy who the world couldn't love. A boy who the world refused to love. They refused to love how broken he was without any interrogations of what made him that way. Because it couldn't be the father who left him behind with claims that no, that boy isn't mine, but 30 years too late, he's ready to be in his life. And it couldn't be a society that wants him to stand on his feet with his hand over his heartbeat, pledging allegiance to a flag that never meant for him to be free. It couldn't be any of these things that made him that way. So what was it that made him that way? Was it turning on the news and finding out that another black man's body had been stolen from him and realizing that could have been you? Is that what made him that way? Is that what made this boy who I fell in love with smile wide on the outside, but on the inside, he cried? Black boy tears mixed with black boy pain, black boy frustrations and black boy fears, and I'm a black boy and I'm fed up. The bottom of their boot is pressed against our neck, their names written on the wounds my soul carries, and I can't keep my head up. Black boy, I know it's hard, but keep your head up. You will rise up. Keep your head up. I fell in love with a boy. His smile big and wide, his heart as big and open as the universe. And I fell in love with him. Although simply loving him as a black man in America never seemed to be enough. Thank you.